PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday afternoon, the 9th day of September. James Spann here. Pretty typical late summer pattern here in September. We've got the muggy air, no really major systems nearby, but small-scale boundaries, the heat of the day, a lot of moisture. You know what that means, scattered afternoon showers and storms. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. First off from Birmingham, looking east from the top of the Daniel Building. Really nice rain shaft. Looks like it's out there around East Lake or Roebuck. From Mount Cheahaw, cloudy and wet, big storms nearby. In Demopolis, the sky there partly sunny. Always love that shot. That's looking right down the Tom Bigby River from the top of the Demopolis Civic Center. And again, you can clearly see the core of the mid-latitude westerlies are up in Canada. And around here, winds aloft are light and variable. It's a very benign pattern aloft and at the surface. Nothing to really cling on to here. The coverage and the placement of these thunderstorms are based on small-scale boundaries. Mesoscale features you really don't see until the storms get up on the board. And having said that, there's a look at the radar. This is at 1:05 early this afternoon. At that point, a whopper of a downpour around Lincoln, East Aboga, Ohatchee, over in the western part of Calhoun County, with the storms a bit more scattered to the north across the Tennessee Valley, and those are drifting southeast, and like yesterday, some spots getting really heavy downpours because of the slow motion of those things. Rain for the next 5 days, and we all know this map is almost impossible to draw with the convective, scattered nature of these showers and storms. But having said that, just about everybody should pick up about an inch of rain over the next 5 days. This valid through Monday morning of next week. Now, some spots could see 1 inch of rain today, but others will miss it. But we do expect to see an increase in the coverage of showers and storms late this weekend and early next week. And in the tropics, one system on the board, our friend Fred, out there in the eastern Atlantic. That's a pretty impressive looking hurricane. Notice it's not past 35 west. I don't think it makes it west of 35 west. It just sits out there for days and bothers nobody. There's the track from the Hurricane Center. It's meandering. It's a major hurricane at this point. Top winds 120 miles an hour, but it should weaken over the cooler water, become a tropical storm, then a tropical depression, and probably just fizzle out there without bothering anybody. So let's look at modeling here. This is the 12Z GFS, valid at 1 o'clock today. And again, that upper air chart just not going to help you there. Not a lot happening there. So down below that, that's not going to help you either. Again, the thunderstorm placement and coverage driven by mesoscale processes that you won't see on these maps. So we're going to leave it the same. Partly sunny with scattered, mainly afternoon showers and storms. Friday, same deal. If you like to play the numbers game, the chance of any one high school stadium getting wet tomorrow night and Friday night, about 1 and 5 after 7 o'clock. You might take some rain gear just to be on the safe side. And Saturday, starting off the weekend, I just don't see any reason to change the forecast. A few spots could see a shower or a storm. In fact, if anything, the model looks a little drier for Saturday. But note down there in the western Gulf, a 1,008 millibar low. You know, the GFS has been hinting at this thing for days and days. Sometimes you see that thing as an inverted trough. Sometimes it's a closed low like that. We'll have to watch that for any backyard tropical development. And then Sunday, that thing kind of begins to drift up toward Louisiana, and deeper tropical moisture moves in here. So accordingly, we expect to see an increase in the coverage of showers and storms on Sunday. And Monday, a broad surface low is sitting on top of us, and that could be a pretty wet day. Now, you know, yesterday the GFS was bone dry. Now it looks wet, and I think that's the right solution based on the time of the year and what we've seen here. So we're going to highlight a pretty good chance of showers and storms on Sunday and Monday. And Tuesday still looks kind of showery. And Wednesday of next week, dry air tries to nose in from the north. Now let's check the end of the forecast. The 25th of September. Still looking for that first really good cold front of the fall. It's due in here about that time, but that pattern is not going to bring one. The primary jet is up on the Canadian border, and the cold air locked up. Now, it's cold up there. Very cold air in Canada, but if the flow is zonal like that, it's not going to allow it to drop south. But understand, this is all voodoo. We know that. We've seen some runs with a big trough and the cool air getting in here, others like this trapping up north. But at some point, the dam will break and we'll get that first refreshing night with lows in the 40s around here before you know it. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, if you are local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.